Now we're going to talk about postural alignment. The correct alignment is the most important fundamental in the practice of Taijiquan. In order to get all the health benefits and the physical strength benefits, you need to have your body lined up correctly. What we want to do is cultivate natural power and not just brute muscle force. So an example would be if I wanted to use brute muscle force and I had to pick up a barbell off the ground, say it weighed 500 pounds, it would take an extreme amount of strength to lift it. If I lowered barbells onto my shoulders while I was standing upright, I could easily support that much weight. So the power of your structure is much stronger than the power of your muscles alone. And that's the kind of power we're looking for in Taijiquan practice. So you need to have some basic images to help you line up your body, and then you can relax correctly. So shoulders back, chest up, arms are relaxed, completely relaxed. Head pulled up from the crown. I do the exact same test. So I put my hands on the top of his shoulders, and I pull straight down, and he'll feel immovable. All right, now let's bring Troyce in, and we're going to show you now. Jake's going to do the same test on Troy. So you see someone a lot larger and stronger does it on someone smaller. It doesn't matter how big you are. It's not based on strength. This is based on correct alignment. So Jake puts his hands on the shoulder, and he's going to pull straight down on Troyce, and she's stable. And the reason this works is your structure is extremely strong if you line it up correctly. So that force now is going through Troyce's skeletal structure directly into the ground. So it's exactly the same as if Jake had a solid stick and pushed it straight down. The force transfers through her. And stick my chest up so that I feel like I'm trying to push my chest towards the ceiling. As I do that, I swing my hands up the front, and I just open them out to the side like there's a big ball in my chest. My chest is open, and I feel my entire vertebral column elongating. I look up a little bit, then I come up straight, and I drop my elbows here like I'm holding onto a rope. Then from the hips, I bend over and bend my knees a little bit, and I swing my hands down somewhere close to my legs. You don't have to go too far. And then I swing back up. Lift my chest, elongate my back, open my arms, come up straight, elbows heavy, bend my knees and bend over from the hips. Let my arms swing down. Here. Gently. And from the side. It's very important when you arch back not to do this. Collapse here and around your lower back. All the force is in the wrong spot, the lower back. So I come up, I lift my chest, and I elongate my spine in an arch, just like a bridge. I lift my arms and open them out, look straight up, then I come up, my elbows are heavy, and when my hands are in front of my chest, I bend my knees and I bend from the hips. I'm going to squat just a little bit, keep my hips still, and I touch my heel down. Now, I roll my weight forward until my foot's flat. When my shin comes vertical, I stop the forward movement. This is crucial. You must never let your knee go forward this way. All your force goes into the ground. I want it to rebound up out of my front leg. That's what powers all my movement. So when my foot goes flat, as soon as my shin's vertical, it's like... This is not a technique per se. This is just to demonstrate the correct generation of force. If I step into Jake and I shove him, odds are I'm not going to move him at all because he's bigger than me. Now, if I push with my back leg and I'm really strong, maybe I can move him, but that's not what I want to do. I want to compress my body like a spring, and I want to rebound up underneath him and just move him off his base. So I'm not going to try to push him very far. I'm going to show this in slow motion so you can see how I foot close and put my hands on. I'm going to have my hands on like they're glued. I'm not going to use any force at all in my arms. Now, if I lean into Jake, I can't go forward. So just like my foot's close, I'm going to bring my leg underneath Jake's center without moving. And then as I shift my weight in, I don't shove out of my back leg. I rebound out of my front leg, and Jake will go back. Okay? So that's the dynamic of all the movement. Now, as I turn, my body turns and my hands gradually turn over, so my left hand's on top of my right. When I get my left foot down, I release the weight from my right foot and my foot will turn to square up. So all the weight's on my left leg and I'm touching the ball of my right foot. I've turned my hand so my left hand's on top of my right. Without turning any farther than this, my hips stop square. I don't turn past that point. I sink my hips down and I make my right elbow heavy and I bring my hand back like I'm carrying a tray to my shoulder. Her hands gradually turn over and then she plants the left foot and lets the right foot release until she's squared up. Now, it's easy here to let this keep swinging out, to let your shoulders and hips turn past this plane straight, you can't do it. Once you turn, when you get square so that your hips and your navel are facing all the way forward. She keeps her head up. If I push directly back in this way, this should be stable, this way. For example, if Troy moved her arms to the side, she'd lose her balance, or if they're angled wrong, she'd lose her balance, so they come straight ahead, this should be firm right here, right? This will always be stable down. Okay, she goes to the next part, she turns for the roll back, and then go ahead all the way forward. Here, completes to the movement. She's square, her hands in front of her chest. So this angle is stable. This should be very stable this way. If she had her hand to the side, for example, she'd have no base at all. So she's